Hello, welcome to the Gold Medal Caregiver channel. Today, we're going to talk about the latest research, which is great news for everyone's health. The relationship between magnets and exosomes. I recommend you watch until the very end. Did you know? When we place a small magnet on an acupuncture point on the body, it may not just be sticking there. It might be quietly awakening our body's self-healing power, even activating tiny messengers in our cells called exosomes. I've been using magnets to adjust my body for a long time, and in the process, I've slowly discovered many amazing things. Because when magnets are placed on acupuncture points, you can adjust them based on different symptoms by placing them on different points. No medication is needed, just applying magnets. It's non-invasive and a great complementary therapy. Simply applying them can gradually stabilize a person's clinical presentation and improve their symptoms. I originally thought this was simply the function of the acupuncture points, but after seeing the information on exosomes, I was surprised to discover that there's a lot more to it. So what's going on here? Let's uncover this mysterious connection between traditional Chinese medicine and modern science together. First, let's talk about it from the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine. In TCM theory, the body's meridians are like highways for the flow of qi and blood, and the acupuncture points, they're the important entrances and exits on these highways. When the flow of qi and blood is not smooth and circulation is out of balance, the body is prone to problems. Magnets in TCM are believed to be able to guide qi into the meridians and invigorate the flow of qi and blood, helping to clear blockages and restore flow. So what are exosomes? They're the new darlings of modern cell biology research. They are tiny message vesicles released by cells, filled with key information like proteins, RNA, and lipids. They're specifically responsible for communication between cells. These tiny vesicles, secreted by cells, about 30 to 150 nanometers in diameter, carry a wealth of bioactive molecules like proteins, nucleic acids, and lipids. They play a key role in communication between cells, participating in various physiological and pathological processes. This concept is somewhat similar to how modern people use line for communication. There's text, voice, images, videos, location, positioning, and so on. When I have a problem, I can immediately find the other person to communicate, coordinate, and handle things. Whatever the problem, you find the right person to deal with it. Similarly, different acupuncture points correspond to different symptoms. Amazing, right? This might be what traditional Chinese medicine refers to as invigorating the flow of qi and blood. When the body has inflammation, injury, or problems with the immune or circulatory system, by adjusting the acupuncture points, these exosomes act like firefighters, transmitting messages, initiating repair, adjusting circulation, and then things gradually improve. So here's the question. Could placing magnets on acupuncture points stimulate cells to secrete exosomes, thereby achieving the effect of regulating the body? Is there any scientific basis for this? According to some preliminary scientific research, the answer is possibly. Magnetic fields can affect the electrical potential changes in cell membranes, further altering the flow of calcium ions, which can influence cell activity and signal transmission. Animal studies have also found that when nerve cells are stimulated by a magnetic field, they secrete more exosomes, which contribute to nerve repair and anti-inflammation. Studies have also shown that magnetic iron oxide nanoparticles exposed to magnetic force can enhance exosome production by upregulating exosome transport and secretion pathways. Furthermore, research suggests that electromagnetic fields can modulate exosome content in a frequency-dependent manner. Magnetic field stimulation is also considered one of the techniques for inducing extracellular vesicle production. These findings preliminarily suggest that magnetic fields may influence certain aspects of exosomes, such as production and content. If we precisely apply this kind of stimulation to the body's acupuncture points, could this be the modern scientific explanation for traditional Chinese medicines regulating qi and blood, promoting repair, and opening meridians? This is a very promising new hypothesis. Although there's not a lot of experimental data to support it yet, from the logic of both TCM and modern science, it's completely reasonable. And in my personal clinical experience, this is really the case. I'll share a case that left a deep impression on me. A 71-year-old male with stage 3 peritoneal cancer. When I first took over his care, he'd already had extensive debridement of his lower abdomen, and there were 3 or 4 drainage tubes in his stomach. But what I found particularly striking was that he needed to drink over 4,000 cc of water a day. He was extremely thirsty, constantly guzzling water, and needed to get up 4 times a night to drink. His body was constantly in a state of thirst, and his urine output was also very high, also around 4,000 cc. He'd been drinking like this for a long time, and he also had another issue, slurred speech. He could speak, but no air was coming out of his mouth, so no sound came out. It was very difficult to watch him try to speak. At the time, the hospital was only treating his cancer with medication and not addressing his drinking or speech problems. After I understood his situation thoroughly, I helped him by adjusting his body with magnets. After about 3 days, his water intake dropped to about 2,000 cc a day, as did his urine output, both returning to normal. He no longer felt thirsty. By about the 5th day, his speech was normal and effortless, and others could understand him. At that point, his whole demeanor became relaxed. His mindset completely changed. From this case, we can see that applying magnets adjusted his body's water and qi circulation. After the adjustment, because he didn't need to drink so much water, he could eat more other foods, and he didn't have to get up at night to drink, so he slept better. This is just one example. I've had many different cases, and the acupuncture points used are not always the same. Although the symptoms differ, they are all circulation problems. But everyone gradually experienced positive changes. Even my own son got better this way. It's truly amazing. Applying magnets is a wonderful complementary therapy. So when we use magnets on acupuncture points, we may not just be improving qi and blood flow, but at the cellular level, we're awakening your self-healing instincts. For example, applying to the Shenmen point can help calm emotions, relax nerves, and improve sleep. Applying to Zhu San Li can help boost immunity, regulate stomach qi, and increase stamina. You might not realize it, but the moment you apply a magnet, your cells have already begun quietly releasing exosomes, initiating internal repair work. If you find this combination interesting, please subscribe to our channel, Gold Medal Caregiver. The above content is purely my personal sharing. If you are sick, you should still go to the hospital and see a doctor. We will continue to share more wisdom about traditional Chinese medicine meridians and how to integrate them with modern health science to help you truly activate your body's potential. Also, leave a comment and tell me, which acupuncture points do you want to learn more about that are most helpful for which symptoms? Alright, that's all for today's sharing. Remember to subscribe, like, save, and share. See you in the next episode.